Hello friends and welcome back to our homestead. We're just 1 week away from Thanksgiving and I would like to share with you the cheapest on today's market dish that can be served for Thanksgiving, and also I'm going to reveal my secret. It is my most favorite side dish for Thanksgiving. Yes, those of you who know me personally, you're going to be surprised and you're going to be like, Lilia, I can't believe it. Yes, believe it, this is my favorite, okay? So if you want to be my best friend, make this side dish for me and I will love you. I love this one. So what am I talking about? I am talking about corn casserole, creamy corn casserole. But my version is slightly different, okay? Slightly different. It's going to be almost something between a corn pudding or corn souffle. So you can call it anywhere you want to, but it's going to be delicious and perfect on Thanksgiving table. I wasn't kidding when I said it's probably the most affordable because we're going to be using Jiffy's. This one is actually honey flavored, but plain Jiffy's corn muffin mix is perfect. This one is a small box. It's only 8.5 ounces. Perfect. And I bought this on sale for 89 cents. Then we're going to need 2 cans of corn. One is of whole kernels, whole corn drained, and one is of creamed corn, obviously not drained because we're going to need all this liquid, okay? We're going to need 1 cup of sour cream, and this is regular sour cream. I'm going to need 4 tablespoons of melted butter, so I'm going to melt it in a minute. And then what's going to make it super rich and kind of like a souffle like to it is going to be 1 egg, and I'm going to be using 1 egg that I'm going to beat it to make it nice and fluffy, and that's what's going to give that kind of almost fluffy effect to my souffle. And then, my friends, I'm revealing to you my secret. Are you ready? Should I tell you? Should I not? Yes, I'll tell you. I'm going to be using in my corn casserole, in my corn souffle, I'm going to be using good quality vanilla extract. So this one I got from Trader Joe's, but you can get it anywhere. Just please make sure it's not imitation, but the real deal. And it doesn't go much. I'm not going to put much, very little, but the whole kitchen will smell like a holiday. So let's start making this wonderful, super cheap, super affordable, super delicious dish. All right. So I'm going to be, first let me put this into a measurement cup so I can just put it to melt. I need to melt it, okay? That shouldn't be boiling, just melt it. So I'm going to put it for a melt, okay? And then I need to whip an egg. And I have 1 egg here. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to whip it together. I'm not going to separate between... Hold on a second. I'm not going to separate between the egg and the yolk. I found it totally unnecessary, but I'm just going to mix it together and make it nice and fluffy. So it's going to take me a minute. And now in the mixing bowl, we're just going to be mixing the rest of the ingredients. I'm going to be pouring 1 can, which is 15 ounces of creamed corn, okay? And then I'm going to be putting 15 ounces of drained corn. I've tried making this with frozen corn and it did not come out as good as it's with canned corn. So of course it should be your choice, but that's what I like. I like it better with the canned corn. Then we're going to need 1 cup. We're going to need 1 cup of sour cream. And I have whole... Let me just scoop out whole fat sour cream, 1 cup. And that is essential to make it nice and fluffy, okay? So that goes into my mixture as well. We're gonna mix that all together, all right? Most recipes do not call for an egg, but mine does. All right. So it all goes in here. Let me stir that all in so everything is mixed in nicely. Okay. All right, so that is all mixed in. And now to this, I'm gonna be adding this beautiful, very fragrant, good quality 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And the whole house, I promise, is gonna smell like a holiday. No need to burn a candle, just make a delicious corn souffle in your kitchen and everyone will know the holiday's here. Okay? All right, so this is all mixed in. To this, I'm gonna be adding an egg that I beat earlier. Everything goes in here. Okay, and like I said, I've done it before where I would beat the egg whites separately. I found that it made no difference. And I'm just gonna fold that all in together with all of my wet ingredients, okay? All right, so everything is mixed in. So to this, now I'm gonna be adding, oh, actually, no, I still have to put butter in. Let me go get it. It's warming up, it's melting. The butter is all melted. It's not boiling hot, but it's definitely all melted. Just 4 tablespoons. Mix it all in together. And the last step, we're just gonna add the muffin mix from Jiffy's. But if you wanna do gluten-free one, there are gluten-free cornbread mixes now available. You can use that as well, okay? So this goes in here as well. Let me open up the old trusty Jiffy mix, okay? And also that should be blended in nicely throughout, okay? Just like this. We wanna make sure that there are no clumps of any kind, everything mixed in nice and nice. So it might take a minute or two, just make sure that everything is mixed in. And this is gonna be nice and fluffy souffle. So I have no business calling it even a casserole, just because it's gonna be cooked in a casserole. All right, so make sure that everything is mixed in and no clumps left of any kind. And this beautiful mixture is going to go into the casserole. I'm telling you, this is probably the easiest, the fastest, and the cheapest side dish you can serve to your family. And you know, sometimes it's the easiest things and the most comforting and fun things to eat at a holiday table. And even the picky eaters that usually don't like corn do like this casserole. You know, my dad, my papa, he hates corn. He grew up in a Soviet time when the prime minister, or whatever you call him, the first secretary of Communist Party, Nikita Khrushchev, he forced everybody to turn all of these soils that were never designed for growing corn. He was infatuated by American corn production. He wanted to grow corn everywhere in Russia and in Kazakhstan and in Ukraine, when he told people to cut down all of their fields that were designated for hay or for grazing. Oh, a little bit of sour cream here. There was for grazing. He made people grow corn, and guess what? It failed, and people were forced to eat corn. My dad hated corn, but he's gonna love this casserole. It's gonna be so delicious. Okay. Oh, you didn't know you're gonna get a history lesson today. Even on Thanksgiving, you're gonna hear a lesson. Yes, the Soviet people were forced to grow corn, even though it was a massive failure at the end. And the soils were destroyed. The animals had no place to graze. The animals had no hay to eat, so it was a failure. And people were paid in rations with corn, and that's all things they had to left to eat. So if you're interested to learn in a very popular or not so popular dish in my house, because my papa hated it, because he was forced to eat it growing up, if you're interested, I can show you a very popular dish. It's called mama lega. It's made in Romania, Moldova, Ukraine, actually all over the Soviet Union, and it's an interesting dish, and it can be very, very versatile. So if you're interested, leave a comment in a comment section if you want to learn how to make mamaliga. But in the meantime, this bad boy is going in the oven, uncovered, just like this. My oven is preheated to 375, and it's going to bake for 45 minutes. Now, I do know that every oven is different, and your oven may be a little hotter or a little cooler than mine, so please keep an eye on it. So what we're looking for is that at 45 minutes, okay, it still will slightly jiggle, especially in the middle. It's fine, it's normal, it's heated through. So let me put it in the oven, and I'll show you the topping that I'm gonna be making. It's cool, it's really, really fun. So friends, this corn souffle is so good and so gooey and delicious that you really don't need to put any topping on it. But because this is a holiday and this is Thanksgiving table, I wanted to dress it up a little bit so it's not that monotony on the top of just yellow, beige kind of color, okay? So we want to avoid that. So I'm going to be making a topping, and most corn casseroles are topped with melted cheese, but not me, not today. It's not going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So you may use either pecans, whatever you want to call them. You can use pecans or you can use walnuts, whatever you like, and a little bit of cinnamon, pumpkin spice mixture, or just cinnamon. So I'm going to be using pecans and pumpkin spice powder. So let me show you how I'm going to make that cool little topping. And it doesn't have to be very heavy. It should be like little kind of dressed up, like a little fluffy something on top. It's a lot of fun. This topping is super easy to make. All you need is a cup of some sort of nut. And like I said, it can be pecan, or it can be walnuts, or it can be anything else, really, truly. So about a cup, I'm gonna put it in a Ziploc bag. To that, I'm gonna add about half a teaspoon, but if you like a lot, you can put more. But I'm gonna put about a half a teaspoon of pumpkin spice, okay? And I like the pumpkin spice smell. You know what? A little dash. Come on, it's a holiday, Lilia. It's a holiday. Don't be stingy. So I just did another little dash. And I'm gonna cover everything up. Get the air out of it. And guess what? If anybody's frustrating you, beat it. Beat it. Beat it, or you can roll it. Whatever you want it to do. Because we're trying to break them up, and not into like powder, but definitely mushed up, okay? We want them to become unified with this beautiful spice, okay? And this, my friends, is the topping. Nothing else. I'm not gonna add any butter because there's plenty of butter in the casserole, in the souffle itself. And that's all this will be. I'm just rolling it up, or you can beat it, okay? And my friends, this is it. This is the topping. And just like that, the souffle is done. It rose beautifully, and if you touch it, it's, I don't know if you can see it, it jiggles just a little bit in the middle, so it's gonna be nice and gooey. And now I'm gonna be putting my topping, and you can sprinkle it any way you want to, but I think I'm just gonna put it on the edges just like this, okay, just like this. It's gonna be nice and pretty, just like this. And those who don't want a piece without topping, they can have a piece without topping, and those who do want a topping will get a little topping. And I'm gonna put it back in the oven for another 5 minutes just to brown this a little bit, but look how pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. And it smells so good. Okay, look how beautiful. Homemade corn souffle, absolutely beautiful. I've decided not to put any butter into the topping because this is already a very rich and kind of like buttery dish anyway. So friends, I hope you are encouraged to make something very affordable, very delicious, comfort corn souffle for a Thanksgiving table. The corn souffle is ready. You can omit the topping, really, but I wanted to put on it just because it's something extra special. So friends, I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you spend the day with your friends and family. Be thankful for everything that you have. I am thankful for my family. I am so thankful for my spiritual family, for my church family. I am so thankful for my health, for this country. I am so blessed and I'm so thankful. So on this note, friends, I wish you a happy Thanksgiving.